Hey everyone, welcome to the Nerd Social. I'm John. Based on feedback, I'm going to try something a little bit different for the format of this video, so let me know how you like it. If you haven't checked out the previous recap and breakdown of The Expanse, here's the link above, so go check it out. This breakdown, keep in mind, is based only on the show, not on the books. I haven't read the books yet, but believe me, it's on my to-do list for this year. And now here's the recap and breakdown of The Expanse, Season 5, Episode 9, Winnipesaukee. Warning, spoiler alert. So this is the penultimate episode of Season 5, which means we only have one more to go for the finale, which is next week. Marco is informed that Naomi is alive. He can't be too happy about this, since this obviously messes up his trap for the Rocinante. He's informed by Carol that she's alive, and he expresses his frustration. Meanwhile, on the Screaming Firehawk and the Rocinante, Alex and Bobby and Holden, they're all trying to figure out and make sense of Naomi's message. If you remember in the last episode, they received a distress call message from her, that loop, and then she changed that message. They're trying to figure out, why did the message change? Why is it different now? But they can't piece it together yet. So they're still on their way. Holden still decides to rush towards her, but the Screaming Firehawk is probably going to get there first. Avasarala sees someone putting up a name of a missing loved one up on a memorial. It's a digital memorial. This is very similar to what we've seen in Battlestar Galactica, the reboot. And of course, it's also something that happens in the real world. We've seen this happen during 9/11, when many people who were missing had their names and pictures put up. Oh crap, look. Looks like I'm one of the missing. How about that? Oh yeah, I'm famous. I'll be signing autographs later. She also sees that Earth has actually retaliated against the belt after all. So she chases down Delgado. She's really pissed that he actually went through with that and was able to convince Pastor after all. So back in the war room, now they want to talk about attacking Ceres Station. Poor Ceres. They just can't get a break. Avasarala is clearly speaking her mind and is also very much against a strike. Yet another strike against civilians.
The way Inaros did to us.
Is he our role model now?
And so she also cites her husband's death, but Pastor's not hearing any of it. So she immediately decides to step down as advisor.
I will not be a part of this.
And her resignation is accepted by the Secretary General. When this happens, 3 other people in the room also resign in protest of any type of full-scale attack on the belt. Naomi's barely hanging in there. She's resorting to scraping off ice off the pipes for water. She's thirsty, obviously. She's got no food. She barely has energy to walk around and do anything. She collapses. She's in bad shape, so she needs help very soon. Winnipesaukee Island in New Hampshire, where all the rich people live. Here's where they go for their vacation, in these big, sprawling mansions across this picturesque landscape. Yeah, it does look really, really nice. And this is where Amos, Peaches, Eric, and his crew decide to go to that mansion to find that ship. Now, if you remember, they're trying to get to that ship that's in the mansion's deck below. Peaches claims that she knows how to fly that ship. So this is their ticket off of Earth. So they get inside and they also come upon the mansion's workers and staff. One lady happens to recognize Peaches. And they also inform Amos and Peaches that that ship hasn't flown in a long time, apparently. But it's something that Amos will try to fix. Carol and Oksana, they try to get some privacy. They shoo everybody out of the room so they can talk. And Carol says that Naomi may not actually have control of her ship. Oksana says she can't hide this from Drummer. Of course, Carol says, you need to keep this thing secret because you know what Marco will do. The mansion's worker serves everyone dinner like a big feast. Oh yes, great feast, big feast. Looks really, really good. They also let them know that the supplies won't last. Other survivors also approach the mansion. They happened to see the helicopter land and they came to see what was going on. And that's when, Eric, with his beautiful charm, tells everyone, F off. But Peaches invites them to on the ship as well. So she's got that heart of gold. She really wants to help everyone and says that they've got to be able to survive together. Amos and Eric, meanwhile, are looking at her like, are you serious? We don't have time for this. Here we see Marco ordering Drummer to go after the Rocinante and destroy it. Drummer is asking why. It makes no sense whatsoever. You already rigged Naomi's ship to blow up as soon as the Rocinante approaches it, so why are we having to go after it? So she's smart in trying to figure this out and asking questions. So Avasarala adds Arjun's name, that's her husband, to the memorial. It's at this time that another council member approaches her, and it turns out additional council members resigned. Apparently, they all held a no-confidence vote for the Secretary General Pastor, and they want to oust him. Of course, Avasarala, being the patriot that she is, says, this is a coup. This is treason. But apparently they did this in some way that it's actually perfectly legal. Later we see Avasarala waiting for Delgado in his quarters, and he immediately realizes, oh yeah, so it was you, huh? They picked you. They picked you to succeed Pastor. She actually wants Delgado in her cabinet. He refuses because he wants to jump onto the next strike team and go after Marco. They share toast. Here we finally get the punchline for that bar joke that was told earlier on in the season. And admittedly, it wasn't that funny. It was just one of those derogatory jokes against the Belters. Amos is trying to fix the ship, and when he is called outside, apparently a security team is there, the security team for the island. They're there demanding food and supplies, and Amos says, no, you're not getting this stuff. Things start heating up, escalate, guns are pointed, guns are drawn everywhere. Peaches diffuses the situation. She actually tells them, let go, there's no more bloodshed to be had. And again, Eric and Amos are just looking at her like, what the heck? Are you kidding? They're going to be back. They're going to be back. Drummer comes to Oksana. She knows something is up. She knows she's hiding something, and she says so. In her conversation with her through this door, she says that Naomi was someone that she's loved. Oksana asks if she loves them too. The crew, she means. She answers yes. Since Oksana's not telling her anything, finally Drummer lets her have it. She's just pounding on the door and...
How much shit do I have to eat before you treat me with some respect?
Finally, Oksana tells her the truth, that Naomi may still be alive. This prompts Drummer to just immediately turn around, whip around, and just rush off. But Oksana stops her and says, no, wait, we got to keep this quiet. You cannot act rashly because you know what Marco's going to do to people who go against him. And not only is that going to affect her, but it's going to affect the crew as well. So while Eric and Peaches are working on trying to get the ship started, trying to get the controls going in the bridge, they have a little chat. And there's a little funny moment here where Eric is asking her,
where did Timmy find you?
Serving a life sentence for multiple homicides.
So Amos and Hutch are also having a talk outside, and this is the first time we're hearing from Hutch. First time that there's a speaking line at all, and he just goes into a little bit of a history, backstory of Amos and Hutch together. You know, I love this show, but this is just one of those tropes where as soon as you see something where they give you a little bit more focus on a character, especially a character where we don't get a lot of, immediately you go, oh yeah, she's a goner. She's going to be gone. She's going to die somehow. That was my immediate thought as soon as I saw this scene. One thing we did get from this scene is that Amos had an aha moment, a eureka moment. He knows how to fix the ship. So he rushes inside, gets the ship fixed, and has it tested, and they have ignition. So remember that security team that Peaches wanted to let go? And Amos said they were going to be back? Well, guess what? They're back, and they take out one of the guys standing guard with a sniper rifle. Firefight breaks out. Everyone's shooting everywhere into the night. They all run inside, trying to get to the ship. They're trying to get the ship started right away. Peaches goes berserk again. Some of the teams from the outside got in through a side door, and she just takes them out. All the action for that takes place off screen. It sure would have been nice to see that, but hey, time's running out. During their escape, Hutch is shot. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? She got shot. She's not dead yet. Finally, they get liftoff. Marco and Philip have a chat, and they finally apologize to each other for how they've been acting. And it's at this time that Marco, he says that Naomi is still alive. Philip is pissed. So this is Marco yet again manipulating Philip, playing with his emotions, just getting him riled up. So this is his way of just really keeping Philip on his side. So Naomi is still tinkering with that helmet, and it looks like she's trying to get the heads-up display to work. It shows the ship along with its proximity and the, I guess, blast radius. It doesn't show the Rocinante. She can't see where it is, so she's very frustrated. And this prompts her to do something else. So she's got some new idea. We don't know what it is, but we do see that she dons her helmet and goes back into the section of the ship that has absolutely no air yet again. What is she doing there? Why is she going back there? And that's where the episode ends. So we're going to have to wait till next week to find out what happens next. All the stories are finally coming together. The great thing about this show is as the storylines are coming together and paths are crossing here and there, I don't know about you, but I still can't tell what's going to happen next. It sure builds up that suspense quite nicely. The good news is Avasarala is definitely back in charge again. She's going to be the new Secretary General. Are we going to find out if Holden's going to actually get to Naomi? Is he going to get to her without blowing up? Or is Naomi going to be able to warn him? Marco still doesn't know about Palace Station, I don't think. When they took out Palace Station, didn't show anything on the show about whether he found out about that or not. And we know Amos is headed to Luna after they lift it off. So what's going to happen there? He's probably going to run into Avasarala, but is he ever going to get back with his crew? Are we going to see that this season? So all this, are they going to cover all this in the finale? So did you like this episode? Did you not like it? Let us know. Let us hear about it in the comments down below. If you did like this recap and breakdown of The Expanse Season 5, Episode 9, please go ahead and like this video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.